Hello, everybody. This is Twisted D4E here. I'm just going to say, welcome you all to me reading a certain story. This is not the one that I'm clicking on right now. It's not the one I'm looking at. I just thought I'd add two on my list, and also this one, which we'll see if I end up reading that. So, anyways, after I finished, or I read the bit of whatever Zenobia's story. I then finally finished Laura Bodewig from Infinite Stratos, and then I read and finished recording the part with the story of Charlotte Dunois from Infinite Stratos. So now I'm going to start to read the story of Asia Argento from High School DxD, ex reader. In this case, it's going to be actually me using the name I had for a long time way in the past. I'm pretty sure that is replacing Aaron Winter, my brown haired male OC. And actually, funnily enough, it's kind of based off of the it's based off of the art piece that got made a long while ago with my at the time mostly Chris Moon. So it's Ossie Argento X Chris Moon. Anyway, let's start this. So, prologue. Everyone, I'm glad you're reading this. This is Relentless speaking. Just to let everyone know, this is going to be my last DxD fanfic. I'll still be writing some fanfics, but I want to polish my novels, which take as much time as it does money, and work on more projects. I'll always be here for my followers, fans, and apprentices, but as far as this anime/manga goes, this is the last one. Going forward, we will have a protagonist that has it tough and will fight for his life until the end. With it, he may end up achieving his goals. Enjoy. Okay, so this is so basically that's him, Relentless AJ, I believe it might be his name. I'm pretty sure says that this is the last high school DxD fanfic he'll be writing because he wants from now on, I guess. He wants it to where the protagonist, male or female or whatnot, has had it tough and is going to fight for his life until the end. And with it, he may end up achieving his goals. So basically, it's just saying that from now on, at this point and whatnot, he'll be writing or whatnot, like fanfics with the protagonist having a tough life and needing to fight for his life till the end. Anyways, let's begin. It's hard putting this all together and not having these emotions take over you. As I pick up the pen and have the ballpoint hit the paper, I just reflect and do my best to stay composed. Where to begin all of it? Pops? Rias? I guess would be meeting Margot. It was a rainy day as you're heading to your seat in class. Royal Academy on the edge of town. You head, or sorry, Kuo Academy, I believe, on the edge of town. You head to the homeroom and put your bag on top of your desk. About to take your seat, you sat on a tack. The syrup paint brings you to your feet as three boys behind you are on the floor laughing. The silver tack is stuck in your pants as you move it and throw at one of them. Happy Monday. So far, the punks of the school that with your luck win your homeroom are at this crap or at the, doing this crap early. And I think you got 2 hours and whatnot to get through all of this. Those jerks aren't flying out of town anytime soon. Sadly, just saying, sadly. It was hard getting through school, having to keep your guard up and to do well. Then to top it off, your mother filled you in 2 weeks ago that the financial situation between for you two has gone bad. Of course, your sweet 16 was being given the role of man of the house, which is being in charge of maintaining this one floor house that is the size of a two-bed hotel room, not the suite kind either, which also meant to see if you could put a couple bucks in your pocket. After school, you were looking at the bulletin board outside of the guidance counselor offices to see if there's anything interesting. They would post opportunities for tutoring clubs and even jobs. That was when you saw a girl leaning up against the wall. Hey, you looking for work? Asked a young hot blonde woman who looked at she was a senior, maybe even recently graduated. That's right. A little nervous, but wanting to hear her out. Opportunities like this you do not want to miss out on. What do you need? Moving furniture around the house. I live alone, so just a love seat, a table, and a lamp. That stuff. Want to see how it works and look at everything. I'll pay you, of course. Yeah, I have no choice. You nodded. Well, can't wait for another cute boy to show up to make a little money. No big deal. You blush. I got it. Girls didn't like you. Males either have charm or they don't. And if they do have it easy, well, the other guys have to work twice as hard to prove his worth. That's just how it went. Women are cruel. I hope this works out. Bring a little bit for the phone bill. All right, I'm Margot, by the way. She winked at you. Chris, why so nervous? Have you never talked to a girl before? She asked. Not attractive ones, you replied. That's cute of you. She gave you a smile. Thanks. So when did you come to the board for work? I need a job that's stable now. Things are rough right now. Oh, you poor thing. You're just a student. Don't worry. I'll take good care of you. It just seemed like everything was just fixing itself. A little money and a connection. It's exactly what you need. So you follow this woman out of the school and down the street. This is near the border of the town, southwest of almost everything. This place was much bigger than you anticipated. Never went down this way either. Haven't had a reason to. As you continue to walk, you start to think of the hope that this is just simple money. She walks to a lavender house of all things, grabs the key inside of her skirt pocket, opening it up, and stepping in. Thank you, Eli. Of course, hon. She takes a hard look around outside and then closes the door slowly. Outside are a pair of blue eyes, as not liking how this looks. Behind the tree, those blue eyes also belong to a girl with long red hair. Now her friends, not liking the look of this. She has her two friends with her. Asia, Zenobia. Status is they are in the house right now. We're waiting by the door. We finally got her. She's been suspected from the superiors. Goal is we listen and wait it out. Then if we hear scream or anything we break in and stop her. Durandal is hungry, smirked Zenobia. I hope he's all right, hoped Asia. We shall see, ladies. Over to the inside the house, Margot's looking around and has some other ideas. I have another job for you if it could be done first. Are you comfortable on the ladder? Is it stable, you ask? It's relatively new. Just want to know if you can wipe the top of my cabinets for me. I live alone and don't have a boyfriend to help me, she sighed. Well, thank you for bringing me here. Ladder's next to the fridge. She pointed, watching you grab the ladder in a rag. She held this, looking like an easy miracle. Everything was done, plain simple, just trying to get you and your mom to get by. You stepped up the ladder and climbed up to the second highest step. Okay, you wiped the top left corner, then happened. Margot had this shiny pink light mass in her hand in the shape of a karambit. She stabbed it right in the hamstring as you fall right off the ladder. You fall over, having your back and head slam on the counter, and then, if that wasn't enough, rolled over the counter to smack your face on the floor. Now, give me what I want. She walked over. You hit your head front and back. The pain is shooting through and is making you go numb. Your neck and upper back stiffen. Your right leg can't move. Can't understand what she's saying. Just laying there in pain, needing help. Now, called Rias. Zenobia cuts through the door and goes directly to Margot. What? Margot just looked up. Good night. Zenobia just lunged straight through Margot. There was no blood. Only black feathers that flew everywhere in the kitchen. Asia, see how he's doing. Asia knelt down and put your head in her lap. She was starting to use some of her magic. You didn't know what was going on, but your head wasn't seeing black or any fog. The shakes from the pain of her body stopped, soothing in the girl's lap, and you didn't even know. Had no idea who any of these girls were. All that was in your being is that you thought you were going to die. You were sure as hell close. A concussion and a major wound like that to your hamstring won't have you last long. Check his leg, pointed Zenobia at the blood in your pants. What do we do, Rias? Asked Asia. The house is a bit of a trip from here. Do we stay or get a move on? He might be asleep by the time we get there. He was concussed, right? Asked Rias. Yes, but I can get rid of the other effects. Also, by the way of his feelings, I feel that his body is sore. He doesn't like Issei or any of the girls. Asio saddened. What does that mean? Asked Zenobia. Let's just appreciate what we have. That includes good health. I can't heal stamina. He, on the other hand, feels like hasn't gotten a good night's rest in some time. Rhea shook her head. Poor boy. Let's get him out of here. I don't want to stay. It isn't safe for anyone. Chapter 1, Jumpstart. All right. You blink a few times and feel yourself unable to get up. Not because you feel hurt, but rather you're just so comfortable. Then you see these designer bed sheets you're laying on. Huh? You're awake. You have no clue at the time as this redheaded beauty on the edge of your bed sitting next to a blonde. How are you feeling? What? You flinch. Hey now, calm down. Rias reached a hand out. Who are you? You asked. I'm Rias, and this is Asia. Chris, hi. You are nowhere near your element. You look at those green eyes from that pretty blonde and the upper body of the redhead. Can't help but blush. How did I get here? Not very good talking to girls. You don't even know their name. You were passed out. We brought you here to rest. The bed should be extra comfy. It's a spare room, so no one is using it at the moment. Rhea smiled. Sit up and look around. This bedroom is huge. I can basically fit my living room, kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom in here. Wow, but why here? Then there's the fact that you're in a pair of black sweatpants and a plain white t-shirt. And whose get up? Do you remember anything? Something about a woman, asked Rias. A woman? I went to my school bulletin board, saw someone, but I don't remember. Can you fill me in? There was a woman that stabbed you while you were on a ladder. You fell off and hit your head pretty good. This hit you and gave you an enormous amount of goosebumps and these cold chills, all visible as you turn away. How am I here? I don't feel anything. I helped you. Asya held out her hand and you could see a green light in front of you. It healed your wound and did my best for the concussion. Then had you rest and Rias threw your clothes to be washed. We didn't want blood anywhere and to see you wake up to that. I handed you a guy's clothes and changed you myself, Rias added to the rest. So Rias, right? Just to make sure. That's right. What are you two? It goes like this. Dot, 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 dot. So now comes the questions. Rias was mighty prepared for this. There's so much going through your mind at the moment. So Rias, why didn't you make me one of your pieces of your house as you call it? First question, they were not going to get easier. You have your own story to tell. You're alive, and that's the important thing. I do not know what your sacred gear is, as you haven't activated it. I'm not choosing your path or destiny. That is for you to decide. But we can all surely help you out by any means. Things about your residence and such. We'll get to that in a moment. Just the three of us. My other friends and house members don't need to know. It's for your privacy. Rias, thank you again. Same to you, Asia. Sorry, not used to talking girls. And two of you are another blush. What? Asked Asia curiously. Attractive. Why, thank you. Not often are we hearing modest comments. Rias was thrilled by that one. I wonder why. Although if I joined, you're saying I have a place here? Correct. You can even take this room and we will help you move in. It sounds great. It does. But it would be selfish of me to do so. I can't leave my mother alone. Asia was worried. Something in front of her that she cannot see is going on. An orphan, but knew what family truly meant. If you don't mind me asking, what is it like at home? It is just me and my mother. Tiny house, and it is at that point where things are tough and I'm just trying to help get by. I wanted to find work. Went to the bulletin board at my school to see if there's anything I could do. Here we are, I guess. That job I signed up for was a waste. Once I get home, I'll see what I can do and hope it don't rain. Rain? Asterius? In 2 days, but not today. My roof leaks. It was bought a long time ago and now it needs to get fixed. No, except no money for something like that. Food is fine. Clothes can it can happen, depending. Roof? No wait. I found a couple used tarps someone got rid of, and I went up to the roof and did that. Only one story though. Any more questions? Am I safe at my school? That's important. Not sure if word it went out. Some fallen angels are independent, others have small groups. Her, I have no idea. Your safety, if I had information about fallen angels in this town, we would know and give you a hand. That's to make sure we can retain order. So you saved my life and helped me just to do the right thing, you asked? You deserve to know. If you are a regular class citizen, we have mind erasing memory and mind tricks as well. So now you know who we are and happy that we helped you and would do it again. Thank you, and thank you for the laundry. Save me a chore. But can I ask one more favor if it's not too much to ask? Fire away, Reese insisted. Can you two help me get home? I have no idea where I am. Just want to get back to my mother and see if she is home. No problem at all. We can grab you some water and a quick snack as we direct. Poor boy. Have to at least my something into a system, put something into a system. That, and I am sure Aussie is curious about where he lives too. That's a big deal. I mean, some are down on luck and some do it to themselves. Well, this one, from what it sounds like, didn't get that big break. You go get changed back into your clothes, and the girls handed you a bottle of water and a croissant as you exit from the manor. And on your way, stepping out to the edge of town where it was less of a gray area. Nothing compared to where the girls are located. Rias and Asia took a look around. To them, it's getting a little sketchy with time. Those two were not going to be walking back. Their workout came from this walk, and Rios was going to teleport them home. The two felt sorry as they came to a door to find out that you weren't kidding. The siding of the door, chipping, moss, and water damage on the roof. Gutters have had holes, and the paint couldn't hurt, but it's hard to cover regular bills. House repair is timely and expensive. Plus, why pay for the work in installments? Financially taxing as a tattoo. Well, I'm here. I'm gonna have to make something up for being gone. Best be off. Allow me to handle that. How's that? Rio swinged at you. Wait, she said something about erasing memory. Okay, I can hope. We will fall behind. You walked in single file with Rias and Ossie slowly behind. It isn't so bad in here. Chris, where the hell have you been? Cried Mom. Hey, Mom, you blew off job searching to chase girls? Thought you were too nervous to talk to them. Thanks, Ma. Head down low in shame. That shrank your ego quite a bit. Hello. Chris actually helped me with a little something today. Should I give it to you or him? Asked Rias. Holy shit! So he was working. I guess my way, and I'll put it in the roof fund. Thing is leaking like a bastard during storms. Your mother was in the kitchen sitting down as Rios went to the table and handed her over a few bills. Couldn't see how much, but it was a few. Your mother saw, however, and was shocked. Son, what have you been doing to get this? Rios smirked. Me and the girls don't like going on ladders. Let's just hope this worked, otherwise she'll smother me. Fair enough. Thank you for a hard day's work. What? You're right, Kogai. Look, you're at Kuo Academy, right? Asked. Oh, Rohai. Actually, I think it's my characters. Actually, Kuo. Sorry. You just nod at that's all your body will let you do. See you outside the entrance after school? Okay, I don't get it. I'm sure she helped my mother give my mother a little relief. But I did help her out that did I help her out that much? Or maybe it was time constraints that only had me find out half of what was actually going on. Although it was very clear that I have to watch my back. If there are devils in a manor in the middle of town, that means this place can be a battleground. Chapter 2. What's up with Freya? She did something. There's so much on your mind. You woke up, had a pastry on the way to school, and ever since you got into homeroom, you just kept thinking about yesterday, mentally feeling a wound that was never there, thanks to Asia, someone you just met and was killed in front of your eyes. Instead of guts spilling everywhere, you saw black feathers burst like a chicken exploded. But it really came to all the questions that you wanted to ask her. Why did she give my money? How much? Is there a way to find out what I can do? This power she talks about. Then what can I do for work? Can I possibly work for her? I mean, I have to do something. I got a place to fix and my mom to care for. I feel like I'm kicking myself square in the ass sitting here all this time. Though as the bell rang, and you grabbed your bag, you went to the entrance so you could see if she retrued her word. Sure enough, there was only one girl with red hair and three girls with different school uniform. Rias, Asia, and a third girl. She came, and if is every devil beautiful, or does that just happen? Does it just happen? Fair question. Hey, Chris, called Rias. Hey, this is Zenobia. She's the third one that helped you out yesterday. Rias introduced. Thank you, Zenobia. You really helped me. You really saved me back there. You smiled at her. Pleasure doing so, but Aussie is the one that helped you, in my opinion. You're out cold. How's your head doing? She knew you had a harsh fall. I'm doing fine, and my mother's doing okay. It really just comes down to what is next for me. There's just so much I want to know. It's been driving me crazy. A ton of questions to the point where I can't think straight. Let's have a walk. We were low on time yesterday. Ria smiled and wanted you to join in. Thanks. It's a lot to take in, put in Zenobia. Enlighten me. Uh, Zenobia and I were raised by churches, actually, chimed Asia. A lot of shit went down. I remembered it. I remember you mentioned it, Asia. Zenobia, I know now. So I guess it comes down to what now? I mean, can I work for you, Rias? I do need a job to get by. You're hung up on money? Asked Rias, not wanting this to be your obstacle. House is crap, medical bills and stuff are terrible. Less pressure on my mother. I gotta do what I gotta do. Which I understand your obligations. Some of us don't have family. I know you haven't mentioned your father. Oh, many in my house were orphans. That is hard to think since they have such a great attitude and personality. Asia, Zenobia, Kanako, Kiva, and Gasper and Akano had their families behind them long ago. Hard out there. I know you're a busy girl as well. Thank you. Thanks again for the time you nod. So have you thought about being a devil? Will it help me stay healthy and things? Well, devils catch cold and such. Ozzy heals injury, not stamina. What are you concerned about? We just knew there was something going on. Can't say. I'll leave it at that. Girls all looked at each other, then winked at Rias. Fine by us, smiled Rias. But if you had to call the shots to benefit you, what would it be? Make sure me and my mother are healthy and have solid work coming through. What else is there? Health, money, tell others to piss off at need be. That's a lot going on, commented Asia. I'm not in this alone. If it was, I would have taken your offer yesterday. But if I'm gonna change forever, she can't be left behind. I'm sure if she did, she would die. It's one of those things. You saw the girls go quiet. It's just how it is. You see a loved one in a nursing home, doesn't last long. Rios was walking along and trying to get together a plan. He's right. She shouldn't have to leave his mother behind. Otherwise, he'd leave her in a miserable atmosphere and I would never allow that to happen. But even if I tore her down and had a rebuilt home, can she really be by herself? Let's think this through. If your mother was in a stable place home wise and financially, would that help? Not sure. She might die in a pretty house, like I said. Is there a way I can help you? Ria's cared. Who else would go this far and beyond? I'll see what arrangements we have. We can work something out and make sure everyone is in good health. Where are we heading to? You asked. Well, at Kuo Academy, we got our club in a campus house. Nice perk, really. Comfy furniture, a guest bedroom, and even a full bathroom. We just wanted to get a little show of the life at Kuo. Isn't that an all girl, you concerned? Used to be. Co-ed for a few years now. It's an 8-to-2 ratio of girl to boy at the moment. Some are hesitant, but myself and another Devil House member who is student council help run things. Very interesting, really. So in that case, because in total, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, if we're talking with this Devil House, House of Gremory, it's Rias. Rias is the king or master essentially. Akano is queen. I don't believe there's any other queens as far as I recall. Uh, almost forgetting the order. Asia and Gasper are the two bishops. Zenovia and Kiba are the knights. The rooks, I believe, are Rosvisa and Akano, or sorry, Koniko, I believe. So yeah, 8. And then we have the other knight is Kiba, and then the only other boy of the two I already mentioned is Issei, is a pawn. Yeah, when you put it that way, I want to be fair, girls. I do. I just want to discuss more terms with this. Really, I can't help but feel grateful. Maybe this could bring me somewhere. Like what, asked Zenobia. The future is bleak at the moment. There's too many question marks. I live in the slums compared to your manor girls. I have concerns about home life and devil business, and the chance of being attacked made me lose sleep. None of it is easy. And regardless, I still want to watch over things, and I'm not the only one. Rias looked over at Asia. Poor guy. Hopefully he gets the opportunity. He is nice. He just has a guard up that is hard to remove. We will be there. Just let us in for help. It's chapter 3. The couch is comfortable as you sit across Rias as the other people start to file in. You see the two obvious boys and one with the skirt, and the other girls including Konako, the shy one and Nakano, the busted one that looks like she loves to tease. Rias has 2 pieces of paper in her hand as she put it on the table face down. I have a proposition for you. Now, I am very fair. The girls like you and want you around. The guys, you can achieve your goals just like they are doing every day. I hope this covers everything. You didn't take your time. If you need better terms or want to sleep on it, please tell me. I will be more than happy to continue the arrangements. We take both pieces of paper and try to look at these terms she was proposing and what they meant. Rias, for only being 17, was very knowledgeable and knew what you would need. Knowing that your mother was an added piece to the equation, but it wasn't for the money. If it was what it was right. You leaving your mother where she was is bad news. Relocating your mother also could be bad news. Having her live her having her but yet there were a few loopholes that could be worked around, especially since this is all too simple. This is beyond you living in this manor and attending the school. Meals are covered, devil powers, money not an issue, and this is the life that mom men kill for in films. True. This was living a civil life with an interesting role in what you would call the Midnight Society. Your benefits could not be matched by companies if you were the CEO. Things like this just aren't around. These are difficult tasks to be performed, but you came to fight. Make them stupid like a game glitch and hit him in the mouth, bitch. Don't know why that made me laugh, but a few things to talk about. I say, you know how to make someone feel appreciated, Rias, you nod. So give me any detail that you need to go into specifics or need to discuss if this is not enough. I'm here. Rias leaned forward and was ready to counter. So my mom's arrangements are fix the house, put her here, or relocate her with a few following options, which I will have to weigh the pros and cons. Those are my biggest concerns, as I'm sure we discussed. Well, the thing is, I have a few ideas and would like to see which is best. I could repair the house, but that keeps her in the area you do not like. I can relocate her to a different house, but she would be all alone in that house. And then what? Sorry. And then what? I don't think you'd want her living here. You're going to want space. And then we have an apartment where she has a large patio outside. No maintenance, not much work, protected by the devils, so she is undisturbed yet free. And prices is half due to my end, so she's able to enjoy herself, see a movie, buy herself dinner and such. Your mother deserves it, and so do you. And you see how your perks from insurance to retirement to school power to school covered and everything in between. Your mother will have everything explained to her, and she will be safe. I give you my word. Rias gave you plenty to think about, and even though the details were all there, cut and dry, no smoke and mirrors, you needed to soak all of it in. Have yourself a little more thought. I'm going to sleep on it. Well, I also had an afternoon setup for you. I thought we were going to be this uh, going to an apartment or whatever on see the apartment on this. Rias is trying to ease you. Set up, you pondered. You in the springs, and Akino is making a nice dinner. Akino sat next to you on the couch. How do you like your steak, hon? She liked her lips. You turned to Rias, trying to hide your pink glowing cheeks. Is every devil girl high up in the beauty department, or is it just here? Glad you noticed. Akino giggled. Ria smirked. Mostly a trait. Geez, about to say, just not used to this sort of thing. I mean, girls don't like me, as I've said before. Rather, I haven't been a nice girl who would be more girlfriend. Yeah, Akino's flustering you, like it or not. But behind the ears, no matter. And I am open for any lessons in love if need be. You're, you're teaching Chris about Hooters, as he say from the corner of the room. Perfect, grumbled Koniko. Well, I'm going to be straight with you. Beautiful girls don't talk to me. Not sure if it's a confidence thing or a looks thing or whatever. Thanks for everything. I'll think about this tonight. Where should I meet you tomorrow? At the school in front of at the school in front of the gate again. And we head to your house, proposed Rias. It's not pretty, just a heads up. You think I'm like that, asked Rias? Just a fair warning. We all came from different backgrounds. No one here has the right to judge. It's just if you agree, I would love to help you pack and bring the situation to your mother. I guess you would be my agent too, huh? You smiled. You bet. All right, bye everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye now. Rias watched you leave as she attended to everyone else. Any objections? He's good, assured Koniko. Nice boy. Though, doesn't he seem closed off, commented Zenobia. Not used to pretty girls, new people. I think he just needs to adjust. I think it'll be fine. Akino seemed happy to have you here. Anyone else? Asked Rias. He's nice. I just hope everything goes well for him, said Asia. I think he'll be fine, used Rias. I negotiate well. All right, chapter 4, settlement. So, what are you debating? Enjoy. You did some real last minute thinking over the past 12 hours or so between class, sleep, and everything you have to do in your routine. This is one solid headache. Then you look at your phone halfway through school. Down the road from the manager's in an apartment complex under protection. She'll never struggle financially for the rest of her life. And you, yes, that bedroom is yours. Training and I, along with everyone else, will help you grasp anything you want to do as far as goals. If there's any time there's a material item or trip or a lover, we will try to help. We will always have your back. The plan would be for us to go to your house, and I will talk to your mother. Akino and Asio will be with me. Be well. See you out at the courtyard. Wow, can't pass it up. I'm assured, and this is really good. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I can't wait to have her feel better. Hopefully, watch her smile. Rios was outside waiting for you as two boys were waiting as well, and they weren't. You say Kieber or Gasper. You walked towards Rios until you got shouldered. Ow! He looked up in front of you. What's your business with them? He asked. None of yours. Pussy, the other boy should have deal. This is when you acted. In the neighborhood you live in, you don't act by blasting a schmuck. He will do it before you get a chance. You lean forward and uppercut him, then leap and blast his friend square in his nose. Rios walked in front of Asia. This was a fight. He got fire in him. I was about to tell off. I can't even figure now, but he looked strong. Both were taking a moment to recover. Two haymakers were something they weren't expecting from someone shorter than them. Not by much, 2 inches at most, and then all of a sudden they realized that you have to keep going. A fight isn't one blow and walk away. You hit until he's learned. The first guy you swing downwards towards his temple, then front kick the second guy's face as a whole, both on the ground. You stupid or what? You asked them. They couldn't respond, just groaned in pain. Don't start if you can't end it. Then you pay attention to the girls. Asia hid behind Rias for protection. Akino and Rias were rather impressed. Ladies, solid work, nodded Rias. Let the bad boys be beat. I like it. Agreed Akino. Anywho, let's get to your place. Can't wait to tell your mother the news. Neither can I, Rias. Although, forgive me if I get emotional. No worries. It was going to come in stages. Being nervous getting to your house, her reaction, getting everything in motion, and getting settled in. Now is going to be the first stage of this. Going to your house is going to be emotional. For which one it will be for which one it will be was questionable. Trying to keep your heart rate down, you led the girls from the schoolyard courtyard into the less fortunate part of town before school staff showed up. It was Akino's first time going through, and this is something she saw familiar. A rundown section of the town, and not much comes from it. Stories of struggle, and not much surprising. There are some born into this, and will never get out. You opened the door and called to your mother. I'm home with guest. In the kitchen, she called. You lead the girls inside and see your mother having her last cup of coffee, in a mood where she was tired and wanting to get through the rest of her day. Anyone could feel the daunting and sad energy. Hey, honey. Hi, girls, your mother nodded. Mom, I bring news, smiling, waiting to see this. You're dating, she asked. No, Mom, but something we cannot pass up. Rhea stepped forward. Chris here is getting a school scholarship, which includes the new home arrangements for you as he goes into a school mannered dormitory with us. My boy is changing our lives, she stood up. Indeed, which will bring you an apartment rent free for as long as he is in school and potentially longer. His work program will extend the offer, which will take place in a year or two. He's under my eyes and will be under great care. Son, your mother shed a tear. That silver tear that glistened and shined throughout the shady room. Ma, I'm so proud of you thinking about me not being selfish, and then there's just more than and there's more than just the two of us now. I said one day we'd leave this place, and now it was your turn. Those emotions were let out. A few tears. This was happening, even though you prepared. You just couldn't help yourself. Seeing your mother cry was a weakness. Who could blame you? You have grown so much, going to a better school, living independently, and still caring for me in the process. How have I waited for this day? I knew fate would have it. You, Chris, have turned into something I had only imagined. Ma, you rush over to give her a hug. I'm almost crying now reading that. My God, I try. You succeed, dear. 2 days sound good? Asked Rias. I'll pack everything. She calmed herself down. Chris, I knew one day you would leave this place. I didn't think you would ever take me with you. After your father passed, it's been tough, but we will start new in 2 days. Akino looked around and smiled. Wow, Rias, you really picked someone who's really deserving, holds its values, strong-willed, and doesn't forget who matters. This is going to be an exciting boy to have around. Of course. Of course. Of course Akino would say that. She Goodness gracious. The last box was moved into your mother's apartment. It was nice having fresh paint, not having to worry about heat, cooling, or structure. Even modern lighting was much more, which is more of a plus than you had realized. This wasn't a luxury apartment, but it surely felt like it. Putting that box down, you went to your mother, who was sitting on the bed and trying it out. So, you better get that grade up. I know, I got the sources too. I'll be studying, as well as being a devil in that as in that career path. But that's besides the point, right? And if there's any rewards, events, girlfriends, and all that good stuff, you better let me know. She smiled. Going to be some time, one obstacle at a time now, Ma. She's down in the bed next to her. So that manor dorm thing looks incredible, right? She actually trying to get out those juicy details. Pretty cool, actually. But I wasn't gonna make any moves without you. It's just the two of us. Well, you're right. But I hope one day you wouldn't worry about me to abandon the nest. I love you, Chris, but I can't put a cap on your future. Now, whether that is mechanics, programming or a cashier, I don't want to stop you. This is the first time in quite a while where you and her were having a serious talk and serious in-depth talk. Though whether it was a day or two prior, this was still the best option. Well, hey, after Dad left us, I had to step up. I never thought I would see you cry tears of joy. It's almost like I bought you a house. Better than that, heater, AC on them, appliances on them, upgraded certainly. She smiled. I got a sell on it to help get by for a while, just enough to pay what it was worth. And right now, you fund this from school. Don't worry, Ma. I don't plan to fail. I will die or disappear before I fail. Let's go with neither. Affirmative. You nod. Son, you should be on your way. Get settled in. You have a new school to go to tomorrow. Yep, that I do. So how is she settling in? Asked Rias. You sit on the couch in the ORC room, the club room that is really a house. With some really nice digs. Although staying between Akino and Zenobia is quite interesting. You just don't know it as of yet. She is doing well. She had a good, much needed talk, and I'm here. She even sold the shack we lived in, just enough to pay what was owed on it. Was just a hair more for her. Just got to do what you got to do, right? So thoughtful, complimented Akino. Thank you. Turning back to Rias. So I'm the rook, and I have a power that I have to unlock. Is that correct? Yes. Oh, tonight we won't be getting started with anything. We just need you to get used to things. Show you around, have dinner, make sure you are rested for tomorrow. This seem like a new life to you? It totally is, and I love it at the moment. I mean, I am I really going to say no to all of this? Say no to all of this? It's not selfishness. I have people to care for, and everyone seems nice here. And when you come from poverty like me, people die for it. Ria seemed interested in what was next. Something was going to be said. Do you have samurai mentality? I win. I guess all that matters. Samurai code has more honor. You saw me fight those two assholes. Honorable fighting is straight up match 1-on-1. Those two almost ganged up on me. Where I come from is every man for themselves, and whatever it takes to win is this to win in the survival aspect. I don't pick fights, mind you, but if it needs to be done, then I'm there. The rook gives one strength as powerful as a devil in in mythology, if not stronger. But do be careful, otherwise you can't hurt others as well as yourself. Power is responsibility, asserted Rias. Much aware. Thank you for that. Much assured. Though it makes sense. Don't think I could swing a sword well with more control and precision, he chuckled. Heavy the hold, striking is twice as hard, informed Zenobia. Though, kinda go. You look at the white haired girl eating chocolate. Yeah, she raised her head. Can you punch through a block? I can break a marble column, she replied. Damn. And you can do naughty things with that power too, giggled Akino. Is that so? You blush and look at her. She scoots a little closer. All right, hold up, you, ordered Rias. The two of you just look at her. Who is she referring to, huh? You point at yourself, asking. No, her. Off the rook. He just got here, reasoned Rias. Is it because he's wet behind the ears, pondered Akino. Thanks for rubbing it in, you sighed. You'll find yourself a woman eventually. Define eventually. Either way, I have to get used to school life and prove my worth first. It's probably gonna be harder than I imagine. Actually, you have all of us here for help. Not bad at all. I will say, though, Chris, I only worry about your temper. I need you to go rogue on me. Something tells me there's something inside of you that is rather similar to an alter ego. Rias made a very strong point. Very knowledgeable, and you're so grateful that she isn't keeping it to herself. If I go off the rails or lean over, tell me, smack me, do what you have to do. But I do owe you. All of you are my allies. Don't forget that. You have me to have your back. Akino is really concerned about you joining up. I'm not sure if I get him. Helping out his mother is something all of us would do if she were here around. But the fighting, this dark side to him, and there's this defensive anger he has for her personality. I get why Rias is worried, but for certain he can do well. That's a fact. Time for him to get used to it. The life, as they say. But he has so much to learn. Devil life, new school, and the love life will be difficult for him. Poor thing. Chapter 6. I thought of this sacred gear to go along with the theme I have going on with Asia to affect the plot unlike other stories. You shall see. Okay, we'll see. Haha, that was very stupid. You would think everyone knows how the first appearance in class thing goes. Going on so many levels of nerves inside of yourself, but walking in with Kiba, Issei, and the girls, one look inside, and there's a different atmosphere once you step onto the grounds of Kuo Academy. Then, if that wasn't enough, stepping inside, there is a certain aura. It means protection, pride, honor, and as one can imagine, power. The dark and intimidating energy isn't on this side of town, period, which is nice. Then came the introduction to class, in which there were a good number of people in there: Issei, Asia, Zenobia, and Keeban. As you can imagine, many girls, some cuter than others, but it's but a 4-to-1 ratio. But knowing who your classmates are helped drastically. My name is Chris Moon, and so glad that I'm here transferring to Kyo. You nod and take your seat, and as anyone can imagine, the gossip flies. That you were part of the side of town that others don't go near, how you clean up nice, and you're running with the ORC. It was pretty good for a first day. The final bell rang, and you stepped out of the main building and were walking to the club room. Or rather, building. Just you and Zenobia for now. You wanted to chat more since it has been a while. Not since, not since she helped you. So how was your first day? She asked. Can't complain. Enjoying the better school and the pretty girls? She asked. Girls are cute, but not thinking too much into it. I really just got here, right? Walk before run, as they say. Just wondering. I mean, there's much to do. Akuno mentioned you wanted a girlfriend. There was a hint for you to explain. I am not adjusted yet. I have no clue how all of this will come down. How all this will come down to. It really is just wild, and I need to make sure I have everything on task first. I don't know how dating would go. All the same, I've had one or two, but it was really just a man and a woman having fun together, is it not? That is true. Would it be bad that if the new kid asked a girl at school, do I need to date a devil? Any idea? Your mind tells you what you want. Sometimes when you sit down and think about everything, and then there are moments where you can't say it, but you attack it straight ahead with full steam. We don't know why, but it just happens. That is mighty true. Ever attack someone head on? Recently, did my best to dent his head. There will be no fighting here, said a voice. Looking over, there's a short haired girl standing next to Rias, and you are Sona's school council president, glaring right at you as if you're the fresh meat. Oh, shit. And also a devil. Known Rias for a number of years. Just note that she is much nicer than I am. Don't mess up. And with that said, she was on her way. No, Terias. Was that just to make her presence? I guess so. Come on in. Relax a bit before homework and other things. Rias invited you inside the building and up the stairs. To the two couches and the desk where Koniko and Akino shared one side and Asi and Issei shared another. Kiva's ascending some business, and this is all of us. Let's take a moment for tea, and we'll get moving to assignments I have for everyone. Uh, Chris, you'll be here because we have to have your sacred gear discovered. The sooner the better for yourself and everyone around to help one another. So in the meantime, I can feed you a cake and we can cuddle? Asked Akino. Letting me eat in peace, demanded Rias. I swear, what's with the fresh meat propaganda today? Between the girls in homeroom here and Sona, the only fresh meat I want is barbecue, insisted Kaneko. If we got time, we'll get it tonight, Rias winked over at her. You better not lie about sweet stuff. Kodako squeaked. I'm with her. Don't lie about pork, he chuckled. I like pork. Akadeno licked her lips. Nope. Good. Smart boy, Rhea sat at her desk. Anyways, we have two packs. Kiba's on one right now, and then Akano will take the other one. That leaves everyone for the important task of finding his power. After Tyr, all the attention turned to him. Akano was taken off for her task as there was you being the main attention in the room. Kun Zenobia eyed you. Sometimes gaining the power to go out is in certain ways. To you, what's the most powerful part of your body? Asked Rias. My chest area. Oh, okay. Makes it a little difficult. Usually it's the arm or so, but we can beat this. Zenobia? She stood up and leaped over, flying with a fist with your name on it. Here I come. What? You flinched and you disappeared. Literally, you were out of everyone's sight. Chris, you can come out. It was a test. What are you talking about? I'm literally staying right here. You tried to tell him that you were next to the coffee table and she just missed you. No. Zenobia's in this fleet. I can't see you. Then you try to look at your hands. What the? You look at your hands as they just aren't there. Feeling them as you tighten your fists and continually move down. Legs gone too. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Invisibility. Whoa. Guess you say. Wait, so you can't see me? Not an outline, nothing. You can't see my clothes, right? Just making sure this is real. You're invisible, and that's that. Nodded Akano. Jezebel, sixth sense. Pondered Reeds. Isn't that a girl's name? You asked. Then you feel your body under a wave. Your nerves feel as if an ocean wave from the tide hit you. Without the wetness, of course, you appeared visible again. Whoa, how does this all work here? Your emotions and your magic can affect your ability. Oh yeah, I have magic. Why I forgot about that. I'm learning here, you chuckle. Well, hey, at least Zenobia didn't chase you with a sword until your ability came around. Rias looked over at her edgy knight. This is true, and she didn't knight, of course. Note to self, watch out for Zenobia. Fair. Being attacked by a giant sword to see if it can function? What is it? What is communist Russia? She has been kind to me. Best not to worry, East Asia. I trust you, and I was just making a point. Thank you, Asia. You're welcome. Asia's smile just glows. That blonde hair and bright smile just makes the room better. The energy can change. Seeing that makes you feel better about yourself, along with your ego already as high as is. You moved into a mansion, got your mother out of a shack, and you can turn invisible. So what's next? Hand to hand? Magic? Tomorrow I will see if there's a pack waiting for you. There is assignments for homework, which we will do a study party for after dinner. Until then, I want you to gather yourself. Your mindset is very important. I cannot stress that enough. When your emotions can change, so can your power. It also goes user to user. If you cannot focus and are unstable, there's a chance that the invisibility cannot work at all. In fact, imagine it disables at the wrong time. For training purposes and to help you ease, in the new life, here is my assignment. Go grab yourself a water, a tea, or something relaxing and have a meditation session. Something to have you kick back. You quickly think about it. Sounds pretty good. Kick back? Okay. Anything else? I think I'll try it. Use the bathroom, grab something cold, and we are in business. So, can I get a teleport back to the manor and go from there, you ask? Certainly. I'll have someone check on you later. You get back to your room and you're getting something to fit the mood. Not sleeping, because that would be easier, but a place to chill in the corner by the door and gather your mind. Nothing too hipster, just practical. Maybe when I can get magic under wraps, I'll use it to light some candles and make some sort of mini waterfall. Something peaceful, without burning or flooding the place. That's kind of messed up. Ruin the place and messing up the whole program my first couple of days in. You chuckle to yourself and get comfortable. As you set up a pillow on the floor with your backs against the wall, you find that center inside of your inner being. Lights are out, and then there is this energy flowing. Your chi, something with a life force. This is where you are finding it. This is where you stand with it. Well, sit with it, I guess. Meanwhile, Akino has come back from her assignment and reported to Ria's desk at the ORC. I'm back. So you are. Or so are you, I guess, smiled Rias. So tell me, how's the new boy? You beat it out of him? Flirt with him? Make him squirt without me? She giggled. A good scare, actually. It's invisibility. I sent him home to the mayor to focus on meditation. He is in good hands. Doubtful he's doing something unusual. The way this is going, I have good hopes. He isn't easy or Kiba, but something unique to this. It's a breath of fresh air. Good scare? Did you sick Zenobia on him? The throw was enough. You're so bad. I'll be back. I'm gonna go check in on the boy, see how he's doing. Akuno teleported yet again to the manor. Seems that everyone was doing their own things. And Konako was in the living room reading a book. Two girls were in the kitchen, and then she walked up the stairs. You want a piece of me? I can give you something to concentrate on. She giggled to herself. Akuno went to the door and found that the lights were out. Cracking the door, she didn't want to hit the switch. Instead, she used her magic. A little lightning in the hand can't hurt. He sat there in the same spot as his own, not recognizing that she even entered the room. Your state was possibly not in this realm, though Akino looked around to see you in a much different place than she predicted. I'm surprised he's not in bed. That's where I would be to rest up and get my emotions together, possibly snuggle with one of the girls for three nights. Though he is definitely new at womanly affection. Has he even noticed I'm here? Kneeling down next to you, she looked at your face, relaxed but not asleep at a full rest. Newbie, she whispered. No response by you. This meditation trick must have really done its job. Not only to get to a real get a real rough now only to go to a real waterfall and stack rocks in the land. Wakey wakey new guy, you boy have lessons to learn, starting with me. uh Akino gave you a playful shove. How's the training going? The physical part got you to wake up. Huh? Ready for the playtime, she asked. Whoa, you turn invisible and go into the clear. Crawling towards the bed as Akino started to look around for you. Newbie, she looked around. The lights are on, and yet she can't see you. Lights on, no doors open. What happened? Behind you called, but the voice is in front of me. Wonder how long you could get up before. That's pretty good to my standards, fooling me. Well, you did ruin my meditation. I think it's probably best if I keep my hands off that body, for my sake, really. Oh, that's a compliment to me or a slash at your confidence, frowned Akino. But just better enough not going there, I guess. Someone has other interests. I just know it. Jealousy? Now, for who it is, she smirked and continued to look around the room. That's a conflict of interest. Not important. My work is more important than anything. You're a hawk, don't get me wrong, but I know who saved me and motivated me. Oh, I'll be sure to let Rias know about it. She might be in here soon. I can help you out, of course. She's in the same boat, but no. Gotcha. She got a hold of your arm, then tackling you to the ground and pinned you from on top. When you appeared slowly, shocked to see that she found you. How did you do it? Saw a flash of you and went for it. I say it worked. I think you broke your concentration for just a split second. It was enough to see where you were. Your focus and composure are what give you the consistency with it. For instance, you might flicker if you don't concentrate. Guard up, then you'll get used to it. Difficult to do so. Yeah, you can say that again, but Akano, you're looking away from now, so you're not looking at her eyes or at her hairs or anatomy features. When will you let me get up? She yelled as she could feel your heart bounce so hard and loud it was against her stomach. Have it be a test. You're blushing and nearly sweating. Try to turn invisible now. It could help you out. You flicker. You're in a fluorescent light bulb, but you can't stay invisible. Is it your ability or concentration? But you can't hear your heart beat as you wish she could just get off of you. Not great. You turn away. When you being loved too, aren't you? I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I don't exactly know what I'm doing. There isn't really any pretty girls in my area, and there just happens to be in this house. It's filled with three other guys and pretty girls. What does that mean? Akino giggled. Oh well, the door opened. Akino? Ria sighed. Akino grinds against your pelvis and turns to see Rias in the doorway. Yes, bringing a finger to her mouth. Can't you see he's flustered? Must you be so forward on his first day? Well, he's appreciative, complimenting me and all of us. Honest knows how to choose his words. We found a keeper, though. She got off of you and got the wrinkles out of her skirt. A little work and he is good as golden. Composure and invisibility can be a great skill. Continue your state of mind, boy. She left the room and winked at Rias on the way out. Sorry about that, apologized Rias. You got from the floor. That's a first. You seem very groove with girls. Did she get under your skin a little? I know how to talk to a woman, but I've never had that sort of experience. First off, Rias, it's hard on my end having all of the girls being pretty. Then you add these skills, this new environment. I can only take so much pressure on my first day. I'm just trying to make it, and I don't know how to flirt. I know it'd be nice, but I don't know how to flirt. And you told Akano that? She shook her head. She's rather strong and aggressive type, though a girl doesn't need to pin you down in order to flirt. So it's like those sitcoms, mangas, dramas, and everything is all based on the individual. Let's see. She slowly wrapped her arms around your neck, then inch closer. You see someone like Koniko doing this? No, I mean, you're right by what a strong girl is and whatnot. I can totally see it now, but I guess it's just a matter of me knowing what I want and then I can see if I can go after a girl. I mean, all of them are taken, right? I wouldn't say taken. That's not the word. Though every girl has their mind on something, whether if he's all in, clueless, or whatever the case is. But just try not to go too deep into it. Let your feelings happen. Chemistry with a woman doesn't have to mean test results in a lab setting. That's clever to put with that. That's the best way for it to be. I think I have an idea on your type too. Now, the idea of how you approach it. I will do my best. Is there another assignment for me today? Dinner should be around and close to an hour. After that, I guess just study and such. Do what you want. If you need anything, check my office or knock on Issei's door. Okay. Master Nisei's room? Guess I just didn't see it. Master and the Dragon? Haha, sounds catchy. I don't dread or get jealous of what Issei has. I just wish I had a better understanding. Guess I'll just have to learn. But if a woman likes him, I wonder what's out there for me. If she's too pretty for me, do I pass on her? Huh? You stand still. This is why Ria's just said let it happen. Better that way. More healthy at that. I love this. I love this title. Yes, Gazzy, the title is for you. Enjoy. Whammon. I I love that so. I don't know why. I love. I fucking love that. Love how that's how they put the title. That's just. It's so good. It's so good. My God. It's so amazing. Sorry, sorry, sorry. So sorry about that. My God, my goodness. All right. After Akeno and Ria show you what a flurry woman is like, you had some thinking to do. The aggression is much too strong, and then not knowing how to receive that type of energy. Do you sit there and just take it, or do you just girl flirting with you? It was strange because you didn't know how to react to it, and even if you messed up, either the two would take it well. I don't like other women that would say goodbye verbally, physically, or both. Basically, mean either verbally assault you or physically, Bambi. At dinner, you're calmly eating next to Kiba, but as you can imagine, at a large and dining table, things get interesting. Gungo is eating quietly next to Gasper. The rest it could be aimed at the table as far as conversation is concerned. Good pork, you say? Asked Akino. You know I love me some good pork, he chuckled. You say so forward, Akino blushed with a grin. I'm trying to eat. The sweet and sour pork doesn't give you a right to be a pig, said Rias. I second that, huffed Konako. Never a dull moment, you shake your head with a smile. Depending, of course. Right now, school isn't struggling for everyone. No chaotic events, and everyone is in good spirits. Kiva gave the ropes. Though, give everyone a good pork was a nice. Giving everyone a nice pork, a good pork was a nice gesture. Smiled Zenobia. I question what your intentions are after saying that word. You say. Speaking of which, new guy has been rather quiet. She looked over your way. How's it going on your end? I hope it isn't a rough adjustment. Aussie and I had it bad the first had it, and myself had it bad the first few weeks. I'm all right, just slowly figuring it all out. Ria's told me to take my time and think about it, so I had to figure it all out. But hey, given that this is a great start, I'm not worried whatsoever. Think about it. My mom is in a safe place. Priority one. Second priority is protection. After some training I got that. Don't have to worry about someone trying to mug me. Muggers? Cried Gasper. I'm in a rough part of town. This power is something people can't even dream of. When I get stronger, I can finally be proud of that, be free of thugs. But in the meantime, Rias made me realize something I'm grateful for. Quit worrying about protection and survival, more of what I want. And deep down, I didn't think getting by was the goal. Here it is. What now? I don't know. Find a hobby, find a hot chick, and it will come, says Adise. You and the subject of women. That's an interesting matter at hand for you. What? Boobies? What's the worst that can happen? This is when Ossia sitting right next to him pulled out his size frying pan. It connected to the top of his dome. Ding, jerk. You flinch, dropping your fork and ready to spring out of your chair if needed. That always happen? Only when he's bad, confirmed Rias. He's a bosom boy. Nothing will change Issei's heart about large chests. Kaneko is annoyed. Okay then, but to add to the joke a moment ago, Issei, that's how you get porked. You wink at him as his head is still planted in the tablecloth. Cheers, Captain McDouche. You later on as you were just finishing your last assignment, you had a knock at your door. You had a little time before you're going to hop in the shower. Come in. Zenobia walked in with a white robe and her hair in a towel. How goes it? Okay. What the hell? She could dry off first. I just stepped out of the shower and had something fresh on my mind. Pardon my attire. I hope you don't have immediate ideas. Ideas? No, but go on. You lean back in your chair and try to look at her face and nowhere else. It would be uneasy if you did so. Did you want to join Aussie and I on a pack sometime? Might help you get out for a while and not overthink about what everything is. You are already working harder than most of us, everyone besides Rias, but she's the boss, so that's why. Zenobia had a good idea, which is rare. Fair, because she is very confusing and very lewd. Sure, you let out a sigh. You're right, I'm usually on my guard. Can't attack the object in front of you if you're still guarding. Only one sword. The object can never move, and then what? Still can't attack it properly? What do you say? All right, next move is on you. Anything else for tonight? You asked her because there seemed to be more to it. Plus, you wanted to confirm that this is the only reason she walked in here in a robe. What's your take of woman? So far, outside here, women can be cruel. After all, you saw one cut me up. I guess I haven't had much luck being one-on-one, if that makes any sense. Ah, private time. She smiled and removed the towel from her hair. Is this private time? More like I'm concerned about that rope revealing privates. But yes, on top of business. I see. Though I hate to say, I have my eyes on Issei. I can see it. Although if Akino got to live at Issei's in season one, I think she would still love this note. Jesus, I'm just putting it here. Good point. Yeah, she would try but for Issei, his number one harem girl will always be Rias. That's very, very, very fair. I think that's feel like I don't know if the creators had that in mind initially, because I believe, if I recall, I think the end of season two, High School DxD New, was, I believe, after the battle or whatnot. Issei had with, I think, Volley, where it was in that meeting or whatnot. After first, it was after Azazel revealed that he had a new like robotic hand or whatever that could do all this really weird shit, where it was revealed that all the female members would officially now be living at Issei's house, and it was all like remade and whatnot. Like, it was all rebuilt and everything, and whatnot. But yeah, like this person said, zero tail Laura. Yeah, she would try, but for Issei, his number one harem girl would always be Rias, which is fair, like I said. And if you know, I've seen it numerous times. I've watched all of the seasons numerous times, but by the end of season 4, very last episode after the festival and all of the activities with that, Rias and Issei confess their feelings for each other. So it seems like, unless they change that up for season 5, whenever that comes out, don't know when, that seems to be the plan going forward for the most part. It seems like that Rias and Issei are going to be possibly more of an item. But Akino did say when before they kissed, after he confessed, they confessed their feelings for each other. Akino did say that Agano did say that being with Rias wasn't going to stop her from trying to get him to cheat on her, essentially. Which, fucked up for you to say that, Agano, too. By the way, shame on you. Anyway, but yeah, and I see how it says Although, if Akano got to live at Issei's in season 1, I think she would try to steal his heart and make make her the first girl in his harem. Really, go for it, I guess. I can't really say much on the topic. I know how to fight and I learned how to survive, but I don't think I'm good with women. I'm learning, though. I can't say exactly. I never really had a good girlfriend, but maybe one day that will work. All right, you have yourself a good night. Oh, and if not woman, the term woman or lady works too, You're right. Got to watch that one. Yes, you do. She smirked. Y'all got to stop doing that to me. You're killing me over here. My God. All right, chapter 10, party in quotes. It was going smoothly in class, which means that something is bound to put a bump in the road, because that is how life works. As you're sitting at your desk, Zenobi comes up to you and takes the open seat on the side of you. How are you feeling? Not too bad? Yourself? She smiled. I can't complain. Just really waiting for what's coming next. Heading to club afterwards, I have this feeling that it will be challenging. I'm rather itching to spring into action. We have a weapon, while I don't. Think that adds to it, does it not? Zenobia nodded. Point taken, though I wanted to bring something up as well. I know I asked you recently. Any girls? You always bring that up. No, I hadn't had much of a thought. I mean, I I look and see pretty girls, but I haven't talked to anyone outside of everyone in the ORC. A girl in glasses walked over. Hey, new guy, I'm Micah. How are you? Aren't you Isai's buddy? Yeah, maybe I should hand you a few of these. She, dear God, she pulls out a pink box out of her bra and then hand them over. You should make good use of these. For what? Selling? I don't do that anymore. Hold on. Synovia and Aika were shocked. Some condoms? What's that all about? Care to explain? Sidewalk, all you need to know. Selling protection, grinned Aiko. You must throw good parties. Tell me when. Maybe you and the boys there are white behind the ears. That's enough. Don't need to hear anymore. And you didn't want to go into details. It seemed that Aika is just as perverted as you say. That right there says a lot, considering that guy's magazines in bed. So, bad boy. Aika got closer and put her arm around your neck. That means you're good with the ladies and you sell the extras for 200 yen a piece? The price is right, but I don't womanize. That work? You're starting to blush. I think you're lying, but okay, fair enough. So wait a moment. You sold those intercourse interceptors for profit? Asked Zenobia. One heck of a title to call them that, though this edgy girl was hard to figure out. It helped to pay the bills a little, if you remember how we met. Can't be said out loud, since only a select few should know what fallen angels are. Don't mess up the program now, otherwise everyone's going to have their memories wiped. Asuya walked over. What are those pretty things? protecting for doing the naughty, replied Aiko bluntly. Eep, Asya blushed. I have a spare box myself in case you need. Please let me know. The babies can wait, insisted Zenobia. The hell that went to your husband, Nova. Yeah. Yeah, so they say, tell that one to your husband, Nova. That yeah, like it literally says in the this person's comment. Is that a reference to your Love and Swing book? And Relentless, the writer, said, "Of course, yes." And then this person, Isaac, says, "Nice reference. I usually like all of your stories, but Love and Swing is one of my favorites." And the Missouri ex male reader story called Snow Bunny. I really like the way he titles some of these. I really do like it. Like with Akino, it's was it Thunder Dragon? Hold on. Thunder Love and Priestess, that's what it was. And then the second volume, I guess, is Voltage. And then with Rias, it's My Pawn, and then obviously the other chapters, whatnot. And then with Konako, it's Konako. White Ears, which makes sense to me. So yeah, Love and Swing for Zenobia. Yeah. Okay, this is getting awkward. Let's not produce any further. You met Rias in the ORC. She was just finishing up on some notes as you made your way to the sofa across her. She poked up her head and took her glasses off. The reason you sit across from the girls? We don't bite, she asked. A respect thing? I don't know. Just seems more comfortable and polite. Not an insecure gesture, but you don't know the level of relationship you have with everyone. You just don't want to start singing starting singing next to her. What's next? Someone in your lap? You have good intentions so far, says Agano. What, you flinched? She had sneaked up behind you. A little used to things, and you're gonna be just fine. Though you are new with girls, you have a good heart. That's what matters. Be careful though. Akano, let's just be forward. You would devour me. You put that out there. You'd be fun, but yes, jeez. Anyway, Akano, quit toying with the new guy. We have a job to pull off. We have the three of us going to sneak up someone to scare them. Chris, you're up. This one, we're going to have a little bit of fun. You ready for it? Rhea smirked. Sneak up on him? That's the plan? Sound a little weird for all things for a job, you puzzled. A boy keeps picking on these girls, so if you're invisible, you can do things that are rather crazy. Open doors, carry things, throw things at him, and then when you reappear, will be to make sure that he isn't so mean. It's to be taught a lesson. I'll handle it. How old is he? Our age? Our age, smiled Rias. So a scumbag. I can't wait. I should be able to tear myself invisible, right? Play ghost. Without the white sheet, smirked Akano. Perfect, let's go. Oh, and no hurting him, right? You had to ask. Define hurt, asked Rias, wondering if you're going to beat the target's face in. If he's being mean to at my age to a girl, he should damn well know better. That's basically a man hurting a woman and toying with emotions. I should give him the lights. Lights out? Asserted Akino. Damn straight. We shall see. If I let you, then you'll find out during the pack. Sound good? Ready to make someone pay for hurting girls and their feelings? Oh, you picked the perfect mission for me, Rias. Just the three of us, right? That's right. Ha, let's go. I can't wait to see him look in his face. I hate this guy already. I'd do the same, wouldn't you? Yes, of course. Obviously, if the person who you are having to do this to is a piece of human garbage and is a piece of shit, yes, he deserves it. 100%. I would, yeah. If I had to do something like that, if for some reason I guess if I, for whatever reason, seemingly had the risk being, I don't know. I feel like that's definitely something I'd have to do, or I would do is, be willing to do some shit like that. Because it's never okay to do some stuff like that. Alright, nothing put someone like in place like a public embarrassment. Enjoy. Here's chapter 11. Missed me? The three of you move out. It's you, Rias, and Akano. Just the other day, this felt a little weird when they tried to get under your skin with a little bit of flirty banter. This time around, it was business, the kind that you were excited about. Having a guy embarrassed in front of a group of girls because he was mean to them? If one of them likes you, maybe you can arrange a date, cooed Akano. I think right now I'm off the topic of women. Well, dating, rather. Right now I have too much to worry about, and I get there's much out there, but yeah. I see. Just be nice to them is all. Oh, and by the way, if someone, a girl is nice, don't be mean if you turn her down or Darius. Didn't ever think of that, though I can make certain parts of me invisible. Try it. You kind of train, close your eyes, fill in the rest, and open them. You'll get down your chest, and downward is not visible. Cool, I'm ahead. Let's find this prick. You're going to remain ahead, Asakino? You'll see. You watch and sit back. Make the approach, and I'm going to take point when I need to. Very well. Can't wait, Rhea smirked. The three of you walk into the park. It's sunset, and there just happens to be a small group of people around your age. You don't know them, know them, or of them, thankfully. There's only one people out of six people. The harem non-protagonist. You're the one picking on girls, asked Rias. The boy turned around. Well, aren't you two a real sweet piece of ass? Whoa, you walk over in front of him. Fuckboy much? The boy's face turned to white. Not used to a ghost. You wink at him. You're ahead. Winking at him. Hi there. But I like an elegant figure myself and personality, if only. So what's up? How long I gotta wait? You're easily toying with them. A ghost? How? You said, shaking. Demon, actually. Why? Because of your scummy acts. What of it? I. You slapped him across the face. Hey, feel that? Hey, he tried to swing at you. You stepped far to the left. I got one body part. Come on, guy. He slapped him with the opposite hand. How? He cried. I'm a demon. That's the unspeakable. Then you turn your head invisible. And for now, for the cutthroat, embarrassing end. Where did? He couldn't finish the sentence. You hug around his arms and waist before giving him a suplex. Double strength coming in. This one, Jesus. The boy smacks his head and neck off the ground and stays there, groaning that he got served. Jeez. The girls are amazed. They feel a little bad. He was a prick, but he still didn't need to really get pummeled into the ground like they thought. Many would think wrong, but violence only goes so wrong. Rias and Akano watched and liked seeing you work. Rather impressed, too. You took point and shut him up. You reappear in full body. Hi. You disappeared and showed your face. Disappeared again in a few seconds spent. Hi again. You offer your hand to get him up. You took your hand and picked himself off the ground. So you're really. Yes, I'm a devil, and I held back too. Don't be so mean, you patted his shoulder. Don't make me come back. This was a given order. You nod to him and walk towards the girls. Good night, ladies. You know where to find us. Then walking back to Rias and Akano. He's cute. You think he's dating one of them? He looks okay, though that would freak me out. OMG, imagine him in your changing room. Ew, no, that's gross. Akano can hear him. Seems like at least one of them is looking over at you. Do the other girls seem scared of it? Dating a human would be scary, wouldn't it? Well, different than dating a devil is us. Isn't just a totally different lifestyle? This is a question that wasn't brought up until now. A human won't live as long, I guess, but if you die in battle, it is all the same. A devil fights, a human is born to die. But we all have purpose, desires, and live life as we choose. Though I'm sure a woman will come around eventually, replied Rias. Can the two of you check her out and make sure she's clear beforehand? Last time I trusted a woman, well, I found out devils exist. Were you an atheist beforehand, asked Akano? I was on the fence. I believe there's a greater power, but there are many of God's people, in quotes, as they say, are miserable and starving and are waiting to join him upstairs. Don't mind me, just harsh adjustments. Can't complain though. It's fine. We're here. If you need advice, healing, tutoring, or if anything you can't figure out at all, all of us are here. Especially that girlfriend search. No doubt will help you. Thank you, both of you. You smiled to give appreciation. You know, Rias, for something relatively normal, this is probably the worst case we've seen. Human, nothing religious related, and we saved his life and sanity. So it seems we did good. That we have. Although, keep an eye on him. I'm only worried about his temper, that's all. I think it's fair to say he has a chip on both shoulders. Yet, works hard. I'm glad he's here, and so are the others. And I think Zenobia or Aussie have some sort of kingship with him. Oh my, don't kidding. Diaz talking. Alright. I'm going to do a few more, I think. Obviously, longer than I did the first part for Zenobia. And then I think I'm going to try to do more of Rias's. I think. Don't hold me to that. And I might start either Kaneko's or Akano's. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm definitely gonna want to eat. So actually, no, I'll read a bit more of the Rhea story, and then I'm gonna stop recording for a while and probably do it some other time tomorrow. All right, next job. It was the next day after classes, and you were the first one in the OSC building. Going to your bag and taking out some notes for an assignment. They were homework answers from one of the guys in class. How'd you get these, and what will happen when the girls step in? Akino is the first. Is this it? Are we the only two? To my knowledge, you answer and continue to copy notes and answers down for tonight's homework. What do we have here? Akino walked towards the same couch you were sitting on. Thought something looked odd. Homework papers, then, instead of a text of some sort, there's the same identical papers and homework paper opposite side. She saw us and was confused. What are you doing, naughty boy? What I have to do? You're cheating? Akano gasped. It's homework and we're busy. So what? Akano shook her head. She was annoyed. So you're copying answers off of someone who already did it? He trusted you with that paper? How did he agree to that? He asked what it was like to be in a club with cute girls in it. I gave him an honest answer. Said all of you are great to be around. If I don't return this tomorrow morning before homeroom, he clocks me. One assignment done tonight, and I focus on my essay when I get home. Alone if that makes you feel better. A man should work hard, no? Now she was getting pouty. How is this going to go? It was only the two of you after all. Who was next to come in? And adapt and negotiate, among other things? Why is cheating okay? We're devils, known to lie, cheat, steal, and everything bad. Depends on who you ask, that is. I negotiated with my possible ally. Came to terms, he got his answer, I got all of mine. Tomorrow when uh, complete an absolute win. I don't get it. What's going on? Which one of you would like to explain what's going on? Rias entered the room. Our man is cheating, cried Akano. Whoa, hang on. Our meaning who? And don't make it out as if I'm committing a serious crime. You're defending your case as if you're ever going to win this one. Let me see. Rias walked over, looked down the homework assignments. Did you read the text? I did. Homework came right before we left. That's it. Don't we have a pact tonight? Instead of a late night, I'm shaving time off my time to devote to an essay. What's wrong with all this? Rhea shook her head. Think as a student, not a devil. Your studies reflect on all of us. In doing so, we must do our best. The negotiation seems fine, but that lacks effort in studying. If we gave you one or two answers, that is one thing. The whole sheet that you did not put time into is no effort. That's taking your pencil and tracing. Thought it was freeing time. Cheating is okay? We're devils. Didn't slip my mind that was a big no. One time deal? I can compensate, of course. Just didn't know that was a thing. You should see Zenobi and Us and Issa hit the books. Understood. Though moving on after this blunder, what do we got tonight? Are we hitting somebody? Doing a checkup? What is it? Actually, something you are going to be rather not used to. A tranquil environment, proposed Rias. You mean here, the manor? What? A shrine. Huh? Of all things, ready to kick some ass? A shrine? You seem shocked? Akino could see the dumbfounded look on your face. A shrine. So I'm thinking I'm kicking some ass tonight and we're going to a shrine? Isn't that a place of prayer? What in the hell are we going to a shrine for? An exercise. Go as you are now. But this is something for you, Chris. This is what we have thought of for a little bit now. Reese looked at you with much concern. Why is she so worried about you? Reese? Why? You say calmly. The girls and I try once a week to go in a bathhouse. It's a girl thing. Get to relax, sit back, and we talk about things. Sometimes you invite friends. Sona and Subaki and the president of vice over the school council and Sea Tree clan come around when they aren't busy. Eventually, you were brought up. How do you feel about Chris? Asked Zenobia to Akino. The cute boy who hasn't had a disaster of a life where his life or death, but hasn't come for a circle. It isn't easy for him, pondered Akino. I feel there's this chip on his shoulder, put in Konako. I think he does, just the way he reacts. Every time you get up from your seat, you're ready to punch someone. Ready? Rios was attempting to think of your thought process. Konako, do you get that way? No, something needs to be done or said prior to set me off at least. I feel terrible for him. He acts as a bodyguard. He looks everywhere and is ready to send someone flying, squeak Asia. I too get that way, but I know when to relax. How does he sleep at night? Asked Zenobia. It's hard at first for everyone. He's okay, right? Asuka seemed scared to ask. I'm my gown. We'll go. The Shogun will be there. Maybe he can pry something out much more gently than all of us. Akino looked around at the room. Except she turned to Asuya. Me? Asuya blushed. Good idea. Can you talk to him prior to going? Give him a good perspective on what's going on. So, locker room talk for girls. Got it. Not the same, clarified Akino. I'm pretty sure you mentioned anatomy at least a few times. Not in front of a certain two are insecure about it. Thanks for sharing, especially since you have an idea as to who they are. Answer what is girls that don't bounce. Don't mention it. Asia is still trying to feel good about her appearance. Konoko is fine, just don't like being compared. I understand that one, but what? When do we leave for the shrine? An hour or so. What is next on your list? Asked Rias. I'm going to teleport back to my desk, bang whatever amount I can, grab a snack, and then I'll come back here. How's that? Good. You're cute when you behave, teased Akino. You're way too strong for me in that aspect. I don't bite you, winked at you. You sure about that? Not yet, anyway. Exactly. Nearly a half hour goes by as you approach these massive steps. It wasn't a staircase, but long steps. Many of them eventually went up to your angle to the heavens. You watch Akino, who's in a red and white shrine gown, walk to the first step. Then Ria, smiling at the view from where you're standing. I take it teleporting is not the way to go? Stating the obvious. If we could, we would have done so, replied Rias. Are we late? Asked Asia with Zenobi and Issei behind her. She had a similar gun as Akano. What's with the getup? He asked her in Akano. My mother was a shrine maiden, and Asia has one because it can help her spiritual side. What's up? Let's walk up to the Shrine to Tranquility. Akano led the way. The calm? Alright. You go along with this as you head up all the long steps. There must be close to 100 of them. Talk about nothing good coming easy. It is really essentially a walk to the heavens, as they said. There might be a spiritual sense as nothing you can relate to. Recently, you just learned the existence of the real heaven and hell. Now there's a spirit that isn't said in the Bible that people rave about. Should be interesting. After a few minutes, you reach the top. Your body feels lighter. Closing your eyes, you feel yourself lift off the ground. Flying, as it is called, is very unique. You usually feel gravity when you jump up and down, but you feel this weightless moment. What the? You lay back down? What is this? That is a spiritual energy, son, said an elderly man sitting crisscross on the floor in the back of the shrine. Who are you? I'm the man that brings healings and protection to the shrine. I sense a disturbance, and since all of you have had conflict, though there is one in particular that's different. You boy are not in peace with yourself, said the man. Peace with myself? What do you mean? What of it? You understand that your ways are much different to those around you. Even the Kiba, Isen Kiba. Those beautiful girls around you sense it, yet you don't. Maybe that's why you are here. I've seen the figures only described in worship books. I've seen the impossible happen. I've seen many faces. You are someone who always looks at the surroundings everywhere. It is almost as if you do not trust anyone. Part of life. I had to watch my back. You shrug your shoulders. I understand. Though, what was it like growing up? Father never in the picture. My mom and I struggled. I worked on the side to help us eat here and there, and had to be strong. I was able to be strong or get my ass kicked. They've seen me smash a head in. I'll do it if I have to. It's survival. The elderly man sighed. Boy, you have a chip on both shoulders. Hard for you to trust. Gone better, but there's so much you cannot let go. You put on a wall. It's a massively thick wall, and your emotions hit you at night when you're alone, correct? Yeah, do you think this is normal to you? You let out a large breath. I don't. None of this is normal. To me, anyway. I was in the slums. I'm out. My mother is safe. I just need to get through school and just keep working. That's all it is. But much more to it. I don't understand. Are wondering what it is. But most philosophy needs to be experienced in most cases. The gods have many roles. Some are the calm airs, others the sea and hills, and then there are others with many roles. Needless to say, they have a factor. You lifting up as soon as you step forward here means that you have not felt discomfort for some time. Comfort how? What do you know about affection? Affection like your girlfriend? My mom? Does your mother hug you often? No. Have you ever had a lover? I haven't had a girlfriend. No. You're lonely, aren't you? It does. You put your head down. Seem like I am missing something. Yeah, I don't know how this support or empathy to a point. Physical affection is something that's not coming around often. I don't want to hurt anyone in the process either. That's Rias, Akino, Konoko, Zenovi, and especially Asia. Issei was impressed and felt sad. The girls felt really bad about your words. I hurt people intentionally, unintentionally. The reason I'm here is because I got stabbed by a bad woman and they saved me. And in all aspects, if I had died at the time, I was thinking it would almost be okay. Who wants to live in the slum where you destroy or be destroyed by people, and you barely are able to eat all three meals, and if you're lucky, have some tea? You didn't want it. You just wanted the pain to stop. There's something you lock away and do not see. You see a man on the defense. I see a man that lacked love. Look behind you. Look over his shoulder. Sir? The elder man got up, watched me, walked right towards you, his hand out in front. To new beginnings. Tread carefully. Above the shrine, there was seemed to be look like what seemed to look similar to a star in the night sky. Though it looked reachable, close enough where you can almost touch it. To anew, the star-like object disappeared. Now be the best you can be. You close your eyes and take your breath. Thank you, sir. May I ask for your name? I am Shogun Tamaki. You bow your head. Thank you again. I now feel in a mind as my own. Be well. Turning to Rias and everyone, you smile. Let's go home. You've had enough for quite enough for today. You get the shower first, and Suzuki, thank you. I really needed it mentally. And to think all this time, I've really just been hiding. Maybe that's why my secret is invincibility. Yeah, didn't I turn invisible when I heard about all this? Sounded like mumbo jumbo to me. Was it because they would find me and make me do it, or did I want to change and to learn what this is all about? I am questioning myself now. Maybe a shower, tea, and just clearing my head. Rias? Akano looked over. He has had enough for one day, she replied. A lack of affection. I can't help him, not in this regard. I think I can only do so much. I'll keep an eye on him. We can figure it out. Okay, so now this is where I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go to the Ria story after I start uploading this one. So I hope you all enjoyed what we've read so far. We're on chapter 13. We have plenty to go, obviously, but I hope you all have enjoyed this anyway, and hope you all continue to enjoy this. All right, bye-bye.